All right, folks, gather round. Tonight we're diving into the wild world of security tokens. Don't worry, it's not as boring as it sounds. Think of it like this. Remember those old school stock certificates? You know, the ones that looked like fancy wallpaper? Security tokens are kind of like their digital cousins, but instead of gathering dust in a safe, they live on the internet. So what makes them security tokens? Well, just like regular securities, these digital bad boys represent ownership of something real. Could be a piece of a company, real estate, fine art, you name it. It's like owning a tiny slice of something valuable. But instead of a paper certificate, you've got a digital token to prove it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. These tokens aren't just sitting pretty in some digital vault. They're powered by blockchain technology. Yeah, that same tech behind our favorite cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. But hold your horses, we're not talking about volatile digital gold here. Security tokens are all about bringing traditional assets into the 21st century, making them more secure, transparent, and accessible to everyone. Think of it like this. Security tokens are like the cool kids in school. They're digital, efficient, and everyone wants a piece of the action. But are they all they're cracked up to be? Let's find out. Okay, so we've established that security tokens are like digital certificates of ownership. But what makes them tick? Enter blockchain, the tech that's about to make your head spin. In a good way, hopefully. Imagine a digital ledger like a giant Excel spreadsheet that keeps track of every single transaction. That's blockchain in a nutshell, but here's the kicker. This ledger isn't controlled by one single entity, like a bank or a government. Instead, it's distributed across a network of computers, making it virtually tamper-proof. So, when you buy or sell a security token, the transaction is recorded on this immutable ledger for everyone to see. No more shady backroom deals or hidden fees. It's all out in the open, transparent as a freshly cleaned window. But wait, there's more. Blockchain also enables something called smart contracts. Think of these as self-executing contracts that automatically enforce the rules and regulations of the security token. For example, a smart contract could ensure that only accredited investors can buy a particular token, or that dividends are automatically paid out to token holders on a specific date. In a nutshell, blockchain is like the security guard, accountant, and lawyer of the security token world, all rolled into one. It's the secret sauce that makes these digital assets so secure, transparent, and efficient. All right, let's pit these newfangled security tokens against their old-school counterparts, the traditional securities. It's time for a good old-fashioned showdown. In the red corner, we have traditional securities, stocks, bonds, you know the drill. They've been around for ages, traded on centralized exchanges, and come with a whole lot of paperwork and middlemen. Think of them as the reliable, but slightly outdated option. And in the blue corner, we have the challenger, the up-and-comer security tokens. These digital disruptors are all about efficiency, transparency, and accessibility. They're traded on decentralized exchanges, cutting out the middlemen and reducing fees. So, who comes out on top? Well, it's not exactly a knockout. Traditional securities still hold their own, especially for large-scale investments, but security tokens are quickly gaining ground, offering a more efficient, transparent, and accessible way to invest in a wider range of assets. Think of it like this. Traditional securities are like driving a trusty old car. It gets you from point A to point B, but it might be a bit clunky and expensive to maintain. Security tokens, on the other hand, are like hopping in a Tesla, sleek, efficient, and packed with cool features. Section 4, security tokens. Why should we even care? Okay, so security tokens sound kind of cool and all, but why should we even care? What's in it for the average Joe or Jane? Well, buckle up, because these digital disruptors have the potential to change the way we invest, and not just for the Wall Street bigwigs. First off, security tokens can democratize access to investment opportunities. Remember all those exclusive investments that were only available to the super rich? Well, security tokens can change that by fractionalizing ownership. Imagine owning a tiny piece of a Picasso or a slice of a Manhattan skyscraper. With security tokens, it's no longer a pipe dream. Secondly, these tokens can streamline the investment process, making it faster, cheaper, and more efficient. Say goodbye to mountains of paperwork and endless phone calls with brokers. With security tokens, transactions can happen seamlessly on the blockchain, cutting out the middlemen and reducing those pesky fees. But wait, there's more. Security tokens can also increase transparency and reduce fraud. Remember that immutable blockchain ledger we talked about? Well, it can help track the ownership of assets and prevent shady dealings. In a nutshell, Security tokens have the potential to make investing more accessible, efficient, and secure for everyone. It's like giving the little guy a seat at the big kids table, and who doesn't love a good underdog story? Section 5, hold your horses, risks and challenges ahead. Now, before you go all in on security tokens, let's pump the brakes a bit and talk about the potential risks and challenges. Because like any new technology, there are always bumps in the road. One major hurdle is regulation. The world of security tokens is still like the Wild West, with governments scrambling to catch up. Clear regulations are crucial to protect investors and ensure the stability of the market. Another challenge is liquidity. While the security token market is growing, it's still relatively small compared to traditional markets. This can make it difficult to buy or sell tokens quickly without significantly impacting the price. And let's not forget about the technology itself. Blockchain is still a relatively new technology, and with any new tech, there's always the risk of bugs, hacks, and other unforeseen issues. But hey, every rose has its thorns, right? The important thing is to be aware of the risks and proceed with caution. It's like crossing a busy street. Look both ways, be alert, and don't invest more than you can afford to lose.